السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. يا أبا عبد الله يا سيدي ومولاي، إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون، رضا بقضائه وتسليما لأمره. عظم الله أجورنا بأجوركم بمصابنا بأبي عبد الله وأولاد أبي عبد الله وبأصحاب أبي عبد الله عليهم السلام. Today we come together at this time to offer our condolences to the mother of Hussein, Fatima alayhi salam. We've come together to offer our condolences to Imam al-Zaman alayhi salam. We offer our condolences to Rasulullah, to Imam Ali, to Imam Hasan, and to all the Ahl al-Bayt. As the time of Asr on the day of Ashura came close, our Gharib Imam now has gone through so much. He's extremely tired physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. By now, he's carried back the bodies of all of the friends that he's met and lived with throughout his lives. He's carried back the body of Habib. He's carried the body of Muslim. He's carried back the body of Zuhair. He's carried back the bodies of all his family members as well. He's carried back the body of his son Akbar. He's carried back the body, the hand of Abbas. He's carried back and removed the blade from the chest of his son Akbar. He's had to remove an arrow from the throat of his 6-month-old child. He's had to bury his child behind his tents. And when finally Hussein has wiped the blood that's collected throughout this day on his face, when he turns around and sees that there's no one left, he calls again out to the world, "Hal min nasirin yansuruna?" Isn't there anyone out there to help us? Is there anyone to help the women, the Ahlul Bayt, the Ahlul Haram? Is there anyone to help the family of Rasulullah? When he sees that there's no one left and now his time has come, he calls his sister Zainab, and they walk together as brother and sister for the last time. They go together first to the tent of Imam Sajjad. One narration says from Imam Sajjad that when I was sitting there in that tent on the day of Ashura, when the time of Asr came close, I saw my aunt Zainab come in with someone I didn't recognize, with a person I didn't recognize, with someone with injuries from head to toe, looking like they had gone through the worst of the worst. He didn't recognize at first that this was his father, Imam Hussein. When Imam told him that he was getting ready to leave out to battle, Imam Sajjad couldn't understand what Imam was saying. He said, "Ya Abata, what's happening? What's going on out there? What's happening outside these tents?" Imam Hussein replies to him, "The war with the Yazidi forces has begun." But Imam looks again at his father, seeing all the blood, seeing all the sword strikes, seeing all that's happened to him, and Imam Sajjad can't believe it. He asks, he says, "How can this have happened to you? Aina Habib ibn Mawar?" Bunayya qad qutil, he's been killed. Aina Muslim ibn Awsija? Bunayya qad qutil, he's been killed. Aina Zuhair qad qutil? Hussein kept responding to every question. Every time Imam Sajjad would ask, "Where is this person? Where is this companion? Where is he? Where is he?" Imam would reply, "Qad qutil, bunayya qad qutil, qad qutil." Imam Sajjad continued, "Aina akhi Akbar, qad qutil." Imam Hussein's thinking, maybe he'll ask me about Ali al-Asghar. So he stops him, he says, "Look, know that you and I are the only men left in this camp, and it's time for me to say my wida and leave. Imam Sajjad still doesn't understand. He says, how can this have happened? Aina Ammu Abbas? If Abbas was here, how could he have let this happen to you? Bunayya qad qutil. There's no one left, not even Abbas. Then Imam Sajjad calls to Zainab and says, help me stand up. With Zainab's help, he stands up. He asks her for a cane. He asks her for his sword. As he grabs these, he begins stumbling outside, walking outside the tent. Hussein says, Waladi, where are you going? Where are you going? He says, Baba, you think I'll watch here and sit here idly while you go out and you're treated like this? No, my job is to protect you. I can't let this happen to you. No, Hussein says to Sajjad, no, Imamat rests on your shoulders now. You have to sit here. This is where the story ends for us. Look after your Aunt Zainab. Look after your sisters. Look after all the women here and the young children. Take them back to Medina. Tell my Shia what happened to us over here. Tell them that Hussein missed his Shia on the day of Ashura. Tell them, my Shia, whenever you drink any water, any cold water, don't forget the Atshan of Hussein and his ashab and his children. Oh, my Shia, he reminds us, if you ever see some ghareeb who's away from his home, remember Ghareeb Hussein was Ghareeb and Karbala. Hussein hugged Imam Sajjad for the last time. He opened a chest filled with various items that he owned. He took out his clothes, he changed them. But when he realized what some of these enemies might do, he began tearing parts of his clothes from all sides and putting holes in his clothes. We would ask, Ya Imam, what are you doing to this? If you don't leave this intact, you'll have no kafan left on your body. Hussein is thinking maybe these individuals will have some bit of compassion and mercy that they'll leave this broken shirt on my body. But Hussein, we'll see later on tonight that even this shirt they'll take from you. They'll leave nothing left for you. Now Hussein leaves his tent, Imam Sajjad's tent, and goes to the tents of the women. He begins calling out, Ya Kulthum, Ya Ruqayya, Ya Sukayna, Ya Fatima, Ya Rabab, Ya Farwa, alaykunna minni as-salam. O women of the household of the Prophet, this is my final salam. The women brought Hussein into their tents. They formed two lines around Hussein and they said, Mawla, walk between us one more time so we can do your last ziyarah, your final ziyarah. As he was trying to walk, the riwayat say that his Ruqayya was holding onto his Abba, trying to hold him back. Another one grabbed Hussein's feet and was kissing his feet, trying to hold him back there. Another one grabbed his hand and tried to pull him back, telling him, Ya Aba Abdullah, don't leave us like this. Hussein had to call Zainab, Ukhti, come here, tell these women I have to leave. This is my time to go now. Then Zainab and Hussein walk together outside again. Zainab stops and says, Ya Akhi, I have a wasiyah from our mother that I have to fulfill. He says, what is it? She says, open the collar of your shirt just a little bit. He opens the collar of his shirt, and Zainab begins kissing the neck of her brother Hussein. Said, this is the wasiyah of our mother. He said that one day, Ya Zainab, on the day of Ashura, there will be a day when I won't be there for my son. A blunt dagger will run on this throat. Zainab, kiss that throat before you leave. Then Hussein said, I have a wasiyah from my father as well. Zainab, give me your hand. Zainab, let me see your wrists. And she begins kissing the wrists of Zainab. Imam Ali had warned Hussein, one day your sister, the princess of Kufa, will be taken in chains, taken in ropes through the streets of Karbala, through Kufa and through Sham. Hussein begins reciting his wasiyah, leaving his last will to Zainab. He says, Zainab, I'm leaving you something. Zainab, I'm asking you first not to curse the people. Don't be harsh with them. Zainab, don't slap yourself. Don't scratch your face. Don't tear your clothing. Have sabr after me. You are a hujjah on earth just like us. Have this sabr and patience. Zainab, I'm also leaving you my amana, my ruqayya, my sukayna, my sakina. She's my amana to you. Zainab, if someone comes and tries to harm her, protect my love, protect my beloved sakina. If Shimr comes and begins to slap her, make sure you protect my sakina. Hussein kisses the forehead of Zainab and begins to leave. He walks outside by himself. He begins to mount his horse, and he remembers to himself that every time one of the Sahaba, anytime one of his companions, his friends, his family would come, all the other men would gather around and say al-wida, say their salams. They'd help him on their horse and they'd let him go and they'd send him off. But they say, when Hussein tried to get on his horse, فَنَظَرَ يَمِينَ وَالشِّمَالِ, Hussein looked left and right and there was no one left. There was no one to say salam to Hussein. He began calling out, Habib, Ya Habib, Aina Habib. Ya Muslim, Aynaka Muslim. Ya Abbas, Ya Akhi. How come I'm calling out to all of you and none of you are replying to me? I'm giving my salams, reply to my salam. When Zainab heard this, she came outside herself. Zainab said, I'll bid you farewell. I'll help you on the horse. Zainab now is the Abbas that Hussein needs. Zainab holds the reins of Hussein's horse while Hussein gets on. When Hussein sat on Dhul Jannah, Hussein wanted to leave. Hussein tells Dhul Jannah, let's go, it's our time to go out for this battle. I know, Dhul Jannah, you're tired, but we have to go out. This is a duty I have from Allah. Please, Dhul Jannah, let's go. I know you're as thirsty as I am, even more so. You're tired. But Dhul Jannah, no, this is our last safar. After this, salam. And after this, I'll ask you for nothing. I'll never bother you again. Dhul Jannah, according to some narrations, according to some, Dhul Jannah wouldn't step forward. When Hussein turned around, he saw that Sakina was holding the leg of Dhul Jannah. Saying, Dhul Jannah, don't take my father away from me. Look out, everyone else who's gone out has never come back. Everyone else, my Akhi, my Akbar went out, he hasn't come back. Even my baby brother Asghar went out and he never came back. My Ammu Abbas said he would come back with water and he hasn't come back. Hussein came down from his horse one last time. He hugged his daughter. He put her in his lap. Sukaina began saying to her father, Abata, hal istaslamta lil maut. Have you decided to give up everything for death? Are you saying that this is your time now? You have to go out and die? Hussein tells her, Ya qurrata aini kayfa la yaslamu lil maut. How can I not give myself up? How can I not go out for my death? Man la nasurun wa la mu'een. There's no one left to help me. There's no helper I have left. What else can I do if I have no one left? I have nothing left else to do but die. Ajrukum ala Allah. Sakina begins saying, Abata, are you going out for Islam? Are you going out to fight for your deen, for Allah's sake? He says, yes, na'am, yes, my beautiful daughter, this is what I'm going out for. I'm going out for the sake of Islam. I'm giving up everything for our deen, for Allah. So then Sukaina says, Abata, I have then just one request from you. I'll let you go out, but there's one thing I need from you. What is this, Bunayya? What do you need from me? He says, Abata, ruddani ila haram jaddi. Baba, send me back to Medina. I don't want to be here anymore. Send me back. I don't want to stay here anymore. Send me back to Medina. Hussein wants to tell her, Sakina, you'll never see Medina again. Sakina, you'll never make it past Kufa. You'll never make it past Sham. Ajrukum ala Allah. I have no idea how this father was able to separate from Sukaina, but he did. Hussein mounts his horse. He begins going forward. He makes sure that Sakina is given in the care of Zainab. Look after her, Zainab. He goes out and addresses the enemy, Ya Qawm. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know my grandfather? Don't you know my lineage? Don't you know it's haram to kill someone like me? Don't you know where I come from? Don't you know I'm the son of the daughter of your Rasul, of your Prophet? They respond to him, Ya Hussein, we know you're the son. We know you're the beloved of Rasulullah. We know you're the son of Fatima. We know you're the best of khulq. We're the best of people. But we will kill you on this day, Ya Hussein, because of the bugh, the hate that we have for your father, Ali ibn Abi Talib. Hussein said to Umar ibn Sa'd, if you're going to kill me, then do me this one thing. Answer me this one question and do me this one, answer this one request. Have your soldiers fight me one-on-one, like real soldiers. Originally, at the beginning, Umar ibn Sa'd agreed to this. One by one, the soldiers would come out and fight Hussein one by one, but none of them stood a match against Hussein. After a while, they began realizing that they can't fight this way. They have to play dirty. They have to fight and cheat. They began to surround Hussein from all sides, all tried to attack him at once. But Hussein every time would leap forward like a lion, screaming, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Whenever they would hear the voice of Hussein, they would run away in all directions. Hussein would scream at them, You cowards, you've killed my Akbar, you've killed my Abbas, you've killed my Asghar, come back and fight me. The army came on all sides. Umar ibn Asad said, we can never defeat Hussein like this. We have to try something else. You can never defeat the son of Haydar like this. If we want to win, now we need everyone. If you have an arrow left in your quiver, take out your arrows and shoot everything you have at Hussein. If you have a spear, throw your spears at Hussein. If you have no spears, no arrows, pick up the rocks on the ground of Karbala and throw your rocks at Hussein. Anything you have, throw it at the body of Hussein. Arrows were coming from all sides, hitting Hussein in the chest. Rocks were coming and would hit him all over. One big rock hit him on the forehead and Hussein began bleeding there. When Hussein lifted his shirt to try to wipe away the blood from his forehead, Harmala had taken a three-pronged arrow just like he had used on Asghar, dipped it in poison and shot it into the chest of Hussein. They say it hit just near his heart. When it happened there, they say Gharib Hussein couldn't stay on his horse anymore. He fell off his horse, and as he began falling, he said, Bismillah wa billah wa ala millati Rasulillah. Bismillah wa billah wa ala millati Rasulillah. Bismillah wa billah wa ala millati Rasulillah. Hussein fell, but according to narrations, when he fell down, his body didn't touch the sands of Karbala. Ajrukum ala Allah. And you know why? He said there were so many arrows, there were so many spears left in the body of Hussein that when he had fallen off his horse, his body was resting on those arrows as they went further into his body. Ajrukum ala Allah. Hamid ibn Muslim, one of the narrators at Karbala, says, I've never seen a man like Hussein on Karbala on that day, with all the pain, with all the torment, with everything he had gone through, carrying body after body back, being struck by all these arrows, by all the sword strikes, by the spears, by all of this. Hussein was still radiating, his face was radiating with nur. I've never seen a person like this. Every time the enemies would come at Hussein when they think that he was finished and that he was ready to pass out, then the enemies would come, Hussein would get up again, strike his sword at them so they couldn't come near him. Then, finally, the enemies devised a new tactic. Whenever they would see Hussein would try to attack them, they say, Hussein, now we're going to go attack your tents, we'll go attack Zainab, we'll go attack your daughters, your women. The Hussein would try to get up again, and then they'd move back and shoot arrows at him. Every time they would think Hussein is dead, they would say something about the women, about the tents, and they would shoot more and more arrows. Umar ibn Asad would scream, Hussein, we're going to burn the tents of Zainab. Hussein would get up again and be hit with more arrows, more spears, more rocks. Every time Gharib Hussein would get up, he began saying, Wa Muhammada wa Aliya wa Ghurbata. There's no one left to help us. Over and over again, Wa Muhammada wa Aliya wa Ghurbata. Hussein stayed on the ground of Karbala with no strength left. Now Dhul-Jannah comes to the aid of Hussein, begins doing tawaf around the body of Hussein. Any soldier that would come forward, Dhul-Jannah would knock him away and kill these individuals. The people decided, let's shoot arrows at Dhul-Jannah now and kill the horse. Umar ibn Asad said, no, don't kill the horse, don't kill Dhul-Jannah. Don't you know, people, that this is the horse of Rasulullah? Ya Allah, we say the horse of Rasulullah deserves more respect and honor than the son of Rasulullah. Ajrukum ala Allah. Finally, Imam looks to the skies and he sees Waqtul Asr. It's the time of Asr. The Adhan of Asr has come. Hussein's final moments. He turns his face towards Qibla. He goes beginning and making his last sujood. Bismillah wa billah. He says, Ilahi taraktu khalqi. Ilahi, I've given up everything for you. All of this is for you. The only way I can endure this is because I know you're happy with what's happening here. I've left all of khulq, all creation is because of my love for you, Ya Allah. Ilahi, my children have become yatim for you, Ya Allah. My brothers and sisters, yatim. My Asghar has become yatim. He's no more. There's no one left. Hussein is the only yatim left in Karbala. Ajrukum ala Allah. He says, Allah, if they cut me into pieces, my heart will yearn for nothing except for you. Now the final moments have come. Shimr comes closer to Imam. He turns his body over. He removes some of the arrows so he can sit on the chest of Hussein. Hussein looks at Shimr and says, Shimr, if you give me one drop of water before you kill me, I can guarantee you Jannah on the Day of Judgment. Hussein is still trying to manifest mercy and compassion to this individual, but Shimr has no room in his heart for this. Hussein says, no, I will take your head now and I will give it to Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad and collect my reward. Shimr then takes a blunt dagger from his side and removes the beloved head of Hussein. Inna lillah, inna lillah, wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Ridan biqada'ihi wa tasliman li'amr. Zainab was standing on her watching what was happening to her brother Hussein, but she couldn't see everything in all the chaos and all the sand and all the dust. When she couldn't see Hussein anymore, she began screaming, Wa Husayna, wa akha. Dhuljana came running towards the tents. All the women ran towards Dhuljana. Dhuljana, where is your sahib? Dhuljana, why are you coming back to Tanha? Where is your sahib? Where is your mawla? Where is your master? Dhuljana, they say, put his head down almost in shame. The women came around, began hugging Dhuljana. Aina taraktum Hussein? Where did you leave Hussein? Dhuljana. Aina mawlak? Where's your master? Sakina comes out, puts her hands around the neck of Dhuljana. They say, according to narrations, she didn't ask Dhuljana, Aina abata, where's my father? She said, did they give my father anything to drink before? Did they give my father a drop of water before they killed him? Or did they kill him while he was thirsty? Zainab brought Imam Sajjad, look out. Imam Sajjad looked at his father, he looked at Dhuljana, he looked out on the plains of Karbala, he looked at all the bodies of his brothers, of his friends, of his companions. He looked at the situation in front of him and he said, Rahamallahu man nada wa imama wa Husayna wa imama wa Husayna wa ghariba wa ghurbata. Mata min Hussein.